to another edition of Inside with IAIS. My name is Susan Scherf. I'm one of the educators here. You are here today to learn about how to tap a sugar maple tree, sort of the basic processes of maple sugaring, and then how Native Americans taught the colonists or the settlers how to maple sugar. This is a sugar maple. It's called a sugar maple because it has the highest content of sugar in the sap. Ideally, you want your conditions to start being cold November 1, stay below freezing day and night for months. You do have to wound the tree. So you're going to go through the bark, the xylem, the phloem, the cambium layer into the heartwood. Natives actually would have slashed the tree and used a bark basket and a wooden spile to collect. The spile is the mechanism that goes in the tree, and I'll show you that in a little bit. A sugar maple is going to have between 3 and 9% sugar in the sap. So I'm going to use a brace and bit. This is a 3/8-inch bit. I'm just going to go in the tree, like I said, at a little bit of an upwards angle. So I'm going through all those different layers. So now I have my hole. Now I have to put my spile in it. So a spile is basically through osmosis pulling the sap out of the tree. The evolution of spiles, which I'll show you later, has evolved from basically wooden spiles to lead spiles into your aluminum and now different types of metal spiles. So again, I just take it in there, give it a couple taps, so that once you hear that resolution change, you know it's in. So you've got a lid to keep moths and rodents out. You got a hook to hook your bucket on. You don't tap a tree unless it's 12 inches in diameter. Every 12 inches from there, you can put additional taps on. So a large tree, you could have 3 taps. It's like the tree giving blood. So it's going to lose about 10% of its yield when you do tap it. So each year you want to make sure you move your spile holes. You don't want them to be right next to each other. You want to give the tree a chance to heal. This was last year's tap, and you can see how well that tree has healed. It's just like a scab. So it's healed over, the bark has come over, and it's protected the tree. So a tree like this, on a good day, could fill this bucket. This is about a 2-gallon bucket, so it's going to fill that. Some trees at my house, I can yield 10 gallons a day of sap. It's 40 gallons of sap to 1 gallon of syrup. Native Americans converted it to 100% sugar, so they boiled it all the way off. Maple syrup is 66% sugar. It can stay on your shelves indefinitely. Once you open it, you want to refrigerate it. Even if it gets a mold, you can boil that off and clean out your container and reuse it, and it's perfectly fine. So you've collected your sap, that's about 10% sugar from the sugar maple. Then you have to figure out how to boil it. We eat maple syrup, and sometimes we eat maple candy. Native Americans would have converted it to pure sugar. So they would have collected it in a bark container, and then they could have put the bark container right on the fire, or they would have boiled it in a trough. The trough, you have to put then hot rocks in it. So again, I don't have a traditional method to extract the rocks. But you get cool sound. Once it gets boiling, it'll stay boiling as long as you keep taking those rocks in and out. You're boiling because you have to remove the water. Maple syrup is 66% sugar. Once you know it's syrup, it boils 8 degrees above the boiling temperature of water. So at 212, syrup is 220, depending on the barometric pressure of the day. This educational experience with me, please join us on March 5th. We're having another maple sugaring festival where you can come and get pancakes. And if you learned a lot from this video, please don't hesitate to go to our website and donate to the Institute. Thank you.